Our first question is a great question today. Big Mike, I love that you put Big Mike in the comments. I don't know if you're actively doing this right now, or maybe you're already like in the process of selling the home. And I don't know if your home's in Carlsbad, but if it's in Carlsbad, we definitely should talk. Question we get all the time, right? And it's not an oxymoron. Some people may think it is, and Mike, that's where I think you were probably going with this. Is it possible to sell my home super fast but still get the highest price? And the answer would be yes. It's all in the positioning, though. And what I mean the positioning, people want what they can't have. And this is like sales influence and persuasion 101. So your real estate agent, hopefully it's us, Big Mike. If it's not, I totally understand. No hard feelings. Your real estate agent needs to do a whole bunch of marketing up front before it hits the market, both within their office, both within their agent network. There should be Facebook, Instagram, YouTube ads that go out, direct mail, like canvassing the entire neighborhood, doing some, like there's a lot of guerrilla marketing things you can do in the neighborhood to kind of get people like prepared to see this listing. Most agents, Mike or Big Mike, are really focused on getting that sign up as soon as they can because they believe the quicker the sign goes up, the quicker they can get calls. But then that momentum dies really quick. So if speed is important to you, then all of the money that you put in the preparation, all of the marketing that you do, the agent that you hire, it's going to be super important. Now, what I would not do on speed is I would not talk to a real estate agent on Monday and list on Wednesday and expect to have an offer on Saturday. We're in the fourth quarter right now on a market right now that's kind of on the balance. Like we're in a really good market in Carlsbad. I know like you guys, like there's a lot of people telling me like, oh, when are we going to get back to the good days? Listen, nobody makes money in a 3% market. The banks don't make money. Homeowners don't make money. You're like, well, sure, we make money. The mortgage payment's cheap. There are quite a lot of people right now in the market that have a ton of equity right now that are stuck. They can't move because if they reposition that equity into another home, sure, they can get in with no money down and they can 1031 that in or roll that over with the homestead exemption or, owner occupant, all that stuff. And they can get in with no money down. What you're forgetting is that home is more expensive than when they bought that home 5, 6, 10, 15 years ago, right? So that's first one, even though they've got a big down payment to put down. And their rate's going to go from 3% to 6.5%. So that payment is going to double with a mortgage balance that's probably going to be pretty close to what they have right now. So there's a lot of people that maybe do want to make the move right now, but they're house rich and they're stuck in that home. Right. So what we don't want to do is what we want to do rather, Mike, is we want to make sure that we position the home effectively. We want to make sure that we create as much competition and scarcity and drive for that home as possible. That way, when it does hit the market, you have a flood of people that come in. And ideally, if you do it right, we've got 2 people that write an offer on the home. And when 2 people write an offer on the home, the price tends to go up. If only one person writes an offer on the home, congratulations, you have an offer. That's amazing. But just understand that price is going to get negotiated down. List exactly where you think it's going to sell for or under. Right? The more that and I think our next question is going to talk about this. I'll talk about this here in a second. When you list a little bit under and you do the marketing right, then it drives a frenzy for the home. That's what we want, right? When you list the home under market, but there's no marketing and there's no like guerrilla stuff that happens, and then it hits the market. If you do it wrong, then the potential buyers that are working with real estate agents or people that are on Zillow all the time are getting, homes dripped from them from their existing agent. They start to look at the home and they're like, oh, what's wrong with that home? Like it's priced a little low. Is there something we don't know about? So it's not just about pricing low, hoping to cause a frenzy. Like it's pricing a little under market and the marketing of that, like that and condition's a big component to this. When you get all 3 of those things right, Big Mike, not Mike, the homes typically tend to sell for a record. And in fact, we'll have a little ad that plays in this video. You guys can go to steveolsongroup.com/sell. And then you can download that entire 4-step process of how to prepare that home for a record breaking sale. But I think it's all in the preparation. So if you mean fast, Big Mike, meaning like the day it hits the market, you want to be under contract within 7 days, then I would invest most of my time in preparation. If you mean fast in the sense of today's Monday, October 20th, and I need to meet with an agent today and put it on the market tomorrow, you can still have success. There are things that we would do. However, you're kind of rolling the dice on the success of that listing. So if that answers it, great. If not, Big Mike, then email me below, team@steveolsongroup.com. Clarify that question. I'll take it again on this, and I'll answer you directly. Hope that makes sense.